Okay, everybody, I'm going to, this is Megan White. First off, I'm going to go over histograms and how to interpret histograms. To start, I have my data set again for retention, and the columns I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with financial. I'm going to move this over to a new sheet, paste it here. I'm going to order this, custom sort. Okay, so first thing I'm looking at are, I'm going to put my bins. And we can see that the lowest value is going to be 28. So bins are going to start at 30. So I'm going to go all the way down. What my largest number is 84. So 30 to 90. Okay. So this is how I'm going to start. I've got my data here under column A. My bin numbers are under column C. So go to data, data analysis. Okay. So I've got histogram. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to delete everything here to start. And my input range is going to be my data. So I'm going to highlight everything in column A. Remember to always hit this arrow. My bin range that I entered here. I've got labels selected. I'm going to put it in a new worksheet. I'm not gonna put it right here next to us. And then chart output. I'm going to click OK. So this brings us a histogram for the financial information. Real quickly, I'm going to go back though, because I'm going to do two of these. I'm going to do academic difficulty. So I'm going to put this in a new spreadsheet too. And I'm going to do the same thing over again. I'm going to sort it. My lowest is 15. So 20 is going to be my lowest bin. Highest is 96. So 20 to 100. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. So we repeat the steps. Data, data analysis, histogram, delete the information here. Select everything. Little arrow, and then bin range. Our arrow again. Keep labels, new worksheet, and chart output, and click OK. And now we have this one. Okay. So let me find my sheets. So the histogram to start with financial, I'm going to change. First thing you want to do, you don't want to have histograms. So you're going to put whatever information you want there. I've changed that. Down here on bin, I'm going to change this as well to say number of students. And we can leave frequency. A big thing on histograms is you don't want your bars to touch. I'm going to right click on one, click data format series, and I'm going to make our gap width to 0. And now you see all the bars are touching. Another thing you have right here, you see the line that has more. I want to highlight right here. I'm going to delete that. And it's going to shift the cells left, click OK. That's going to get rid of that more section on your histogram. So we have our financial histogram right here. I'm going to copy this. Hopefully this moves over. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to fix our academic difficulty histogram. So do the same thing, repeating our steps once again. The bin letters. Oops. Number of students. And then we click on our bars again. We're going to format these, change the gap width to 0. And it's also got more in that. So we're going to, again, delete this from the bin and frequency table over here. Shift cells left, yes. Okay, so we have both of our histograms over here. And what I'm going to do, we have both. You can see I chose financial and academic difficulty because that's what I'm using in my my data set for my weekly modules and what we're writing about. So if you see on the financial one, this one right here, it's a bit more, there's more students within like 31 to 40 and 71 to 80 with a frequency of about 12 to 13. It's relatively flat. So you see all the bars are pretty much almost even all the way except for this first one and then 60 and 90. The spread suggests that the financial experience impact majority of the students, not just those on these ends right here. And then on the academic difficulty, you can see that the highest cluster is between 61 and 70, like right in here. And that's going to tell us at the peak around 15 to 20 students. And that's telling us it's actually right skewed. We can tell that because it's skewed to the right side of the actual histogram. And how to actually interpret these, which the histogram helps you visualize the data. And it groups it into intervals, these little bars right here. The x-axis represents the data values or the bins, which is why it said had bins down here at the bottom of each one. And then the y-axis is the frequency. So the frequency is how many times this actually occurs, or actually the data that was chosen or picked, how many times it was picked over a time frame. And how do you interpret the bar height is going to tell you how many data points are grouped in that specific bin. Like this one right here, you can look at financial. 30 goes up to 5, 40 goes up to about 13. It's in between 10 and 15. You can identify patterns, shapes. You can identify spreads, which is the range of values across the histogram, and it indicates the spread of variability in your data. We can have a left skewed or a right skewed histogram. Like I said, this one was originally right skewed. Right skewed means that it indicates a larger concentration of data points to the left side. Of course, the left skewed is going to be the opposite. It's going to larger data points skewed to the right side. So you're able to tell a whole lot from the histograms. Specifically, though, the things you want to make sure that you're doing is you have your bin ranges. So you want to order your data set into an order to get the least amount up to the most amount. So you want to have that here on this axis. And then you want to make sure that you have no space in between each of these little bars, because that's just a bar graph. We want a histogram. And make sure that you're labeling everything so that you know which one that you're looking at. Like I said, academic difficulty and then financial. And that is it. Thank you.